Welcome, everyone, to the ADG Podcast. It is the third episode of the ADG Podcast. I'm Darren,
And I'm Jacob.
and we have a great show for you today. We're going to be talking about the history of the title ADG Podcast. What is ADG? Where it came from? What is it all about? We'll dive into that. And as long as we have your attention, we have not one but two musical breaks for you to enjoy. So make sure you check that out. And also, I'll have your sports recap and review. Jake will have your brand new top five list. And while after that, we'll have a second musical song. And then after that beautiful song is over, we have Jake's garbage person of the week, and which you will love because Jake never disappoints on those, along with headlines. So Jacob, let's get down into it.
Let's do it. And I want to talk about the history of this show early on, third episode in, because we have a funny name to it, right? ADG. And what it really represents is you and I both studied journalism.
Right.
And what we had is like a little, I don't know, gathering area, like a homeroom, you can say.
Yeah.
Like a little, just a corner, giant orange room. And
It was
called
it was a corner in a
ADG.
basement. It was a
Yeah,
corner in a basement. Yeah.
it's true. It was in a basement. It was in dank,
Yeah.
nasty, cold
Yeah.
basement.
Yes.
And it was orange. That's the best part. It was orange.
It was
Like
all
fluorescent.
orange.
Yeah.
Orange brick, if I remember correctly.
That's right. That's right. And that is just our staple of when we were there
Yeah.
doing what we had to do.
Yes.
ADG was the place to be.
Exactly.
Couches, computers,
Oh,
rows of computers, a bunch of couches, tables,
yes. Yes.
cubbies.
Yes. It was everything you would think a real newsroom would be, but it's not.
No, uh-huh,
It was just
exactly.
atrocious.
It was.
It was everything that I think it summed up the college at the time. It was
Right. It
dank.
wasn't very appealing. It wasn't
Yeah.
appealing at all. And
No,
yet that's what
no.
we wanted to be every
Ex-
time.
exactly. And nowadays they have this brand new facility with state of the art technology, all that stuff. So the people
And by the
there,
way, you're
yeah,
welcome for that because we were the guinea
exactly,
pigs for all that. So
exactly.
you're welcome,
They
media.
have no, they have no idea what hell we went through.
That's correct.
Exactly.
Try
But
recording on your flip phone.
yes, yeah. Before iPhones, everyone had to buy their own little individual recorder to get their clips.
That's correct. Try shooting
Exactly.
pictures on a flip phone. Really? Pixelated?
Oh, geez, it was.
Awful. But the thing is with this room, why it's so special. That's actually where you and I met.
That's right.
So that's
We
where everything started.
exactly, and we started the first ever journalism club.
That's
We were the co-founding members, I should say.
that's right. Now, besides being, the founding members of the journalism club, the first guinea pigs of the multimedia journalism program and conversions,
Right.
so we were. So it's a real hard responsibility when you look at where we started and what it is now.
Yeah.
It's amazing after so many years.
Oh, exactly. To see it still keep going. Like I know people who are still in the journalism program now at the Mediaplex, and I
Right.
asked them if the journalism club is still around. It's like, oh yeah, it's still going. So
We need
it's
to
always
eventually remind them of the history, who
oh,
actually.
I do. Now,
Yeah.
if they listen to me, that's another thing.
Yeah.
Because millennials nowadays, they don't have the world's greatest attention span.
What do you mean? They do like an online YouTube podcast like every day and nobody watches.
Oh, it's
Sorry,
horrible.
I have to
It's
drop that on
horrible.
them. It's a reality, people. You
I
guys,
know.
amazing shows, podcasts, videos, news
Sure.
daily. You need to get out there. You guys aren't hitting any viewers. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Well,
E-
progress.
everyone has a viewer, a listener has so many options to get their news, so they really have to really step up their game to make their news, appealing, right?
Exactly. And if you want that reach, hey, we're right here, ADG Podcast.
That's it. We cover everything here, and we know
That's
what and we know what we're talking about.
we can talk about it. We were right here. We're like we're the history for you guys.
Exactly.
Where it
And,
all started.
and it wasn't even that. It was also the characters that we had in that class
Right?
that
Because
really made us appreciate
that's
the
true.
sanity of the ADG podcast.
Exactly. If you think about it, this was an orange corner basement room, quite
Right.
large,
Yeah.
and with couches and computer screen rows and all that other cool stuff. And the characters that were in that room, you really were kind of secluded because you're in like a cave with all these people, and it's
Right.
not like you can just get away. There's nowhere to go
Oh no.
because well, you got to go upstairs like 10 minutes away to you know Grips.
Exactly. Yes.
It's where you hung out. It's where you ate. It's where you drank. It's where you did everything.
Yeah. No,
So and
absolutely. Like we had one of our classmates who was a big sports guy, especially the Windsor Spitfires. We called him Tough Guy.
yes,
Yes.
he's still around. We could have Dave on the show sometime.
Yeah, we'll try to reach out to Tough Guy.
Yeah.
If you need to know anything about the Spitfires or the
Oh,
OHL, this is
wait,
the
no.
guy. This
The
guy
guy,
knows everything.
everything. It's a thesaurus,
Yeah.
dictionary, everything about that league,
Yes.
which is
Yes.
amazing. But hey, that's what he does. It's his passion.
That's his passion, and,
You know,
God
that's
bless
what
him for
he does.
that.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. So
Yeah.
if we ever need a review on anything OHL, Spits, whatever, that's gonna be our go-to person.
He's our guy. He's our
That's right.
insider.
And we did have a lot
Exactly.
of interesting characters. We had people of all walks of life in that
Yes.
class. We were there for a couple
Mhm.
of years,
Mhm.
and it's just amazing amount of people that came through that room, how survived and did everything we had to do. We actually had classes in that room.
Yeah.
Actually, did learn things in that room. With all those people there, we had a lot of different events. We had besides class time and assignments and people actually teaching there. We had actual news blitzes that we wrote, like we did a
Yes.
newspaper thing.
Yes. We did our first ever media multimedia blitz day,
That's
and that
right.
and that was to give us to provide us what really happens in a newsroom. So you get your assignment in the morning, you go out, you write your story, you do your interviews, you get your photos, you get video, you get audio if you can, and then you all put it together for three different forms of media.
Right,
So
and we would do everything in that room. After we'd come back from gathering all our information, we would put it together in that room with everybody else in it. It would be loud. It would be chaos. Everybody doing the
exactly.
exact same thing. Papers flying everywhere. We'd have the boards all written with everybody's stories, where they're going, what they're doing. A list. There would be editing on the computers, like an actual newsroom setting. We would have. And that's the origins of everything that they do right now, which they do everything online, but they have a really beautiful studio. We did everything out of a basement.
Well,
It's
yeah,
true.
we
Now they have a
it's
giant mediaplex. We did everything out of ADG.
it's true. Like, yeah, of course, they have the facility where they can do an actual live television broadcast that
Right,
helps them. But
right.
like, but I was telling Jake that you don't need to be in front of a big studio or big cameras to do a live broadcast. You can grab your phone and do a quick little Facebook video about what's
That's
going
right.
on, or if you're at an event or a fire or something that news is happening. That's all you really need to get the word out there, or tweet.
That's right.
Twitter has become the biggest thing in the history of news telling
That's
and
right.
news presenting.
And
So,
now those phones are 1080p, so you can
oh,
take quality
4K,
video. Well,
4K.
if you can afford it.
Ah,
But 99% of them are 1080p on your
yeah.
camera, so you can take
Hmm.
nice video. And I mean, horizontal, not vertical. Let's be professionals here. Just saying, these kids.
Landscape, not vertical. Yes.
That's right.
Oh,
They need to do that. But yeah, it's funny how we went from that little room, ADG,
mm,
well, to what they have now as a giant complex. And we did the same thing. We actually printed a couple newspapers from that room.
exactly.
So we did everything there.
It was great to know that even you don't need like the biggest studio or facility to do something like that. You know, it can all be done in a little orange crap room in the basement.
Mhm.
You know,
Yep,
it's all about the quality of the work, which is always great to
exactly.
hear.
It was
Yeah.
the effort from everybody there. We had great classes. We had a lot of people. We had a lot of good support
Mm-hmm.
for everything. But that's what built kind of our ideas of this is what we kind of want to do.
Yeah.
Well, I know you're in the business kind
Yeah.
of what we learned, and I'm doing a whole bunch of this similar stuff on the side that inspired me to do other things, and eventually led us to this podcast.
Exactly.
But no, that room is a significant part of the early 2000s.
Mhm.
That dates us a little bit.
Yeah. We're up there in age.
Right. And this is all in the original college building.
Yeah.
So that's some old stuff right there.
Hmm.
But it was a good
Exactly.
time. It was
No,
a good
it was a great time. A lot of memories and friendships were made in that room.
exactly. And we put a lot of work into it.
Oh, that too.
Yeah. A lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we did have fun though. If you think about
Oh.
a lot of the dumb things we did,
And trust me, there were a lot of dumb things that we did. Yeah.
exactly. Between couch debates where people would just line up and start talking the most odd nonsense and get angry about it.
Oh my God, yeah.
To poker days, we had poker days.
Yes, we did. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I have photo proof of that.
Oh yes, that was
Chips
great.
came out and then it was over for like 3 hours.
And of course, who can forget our calendar that never that never came to never came true. So
Yeah. No names, but we all know who started that.
we all know whose idea that was.
It wasn't me.
No,
It was other people. That was interesting.
that was definitely out of the box thinking.
Right, and that's early 2000s, and when YouTube was becoming huge and
Yeah.
on video, so we would watch a lot of TV shows through that room where we just sit between 4 hours class, a lot of time in between, put on a daily show or whatever.
because it's great because we would have let's say a 2-hour class, but we would only be in class for like 30 minutes.
Right.
And then we have an hour and a half to do.
It's like your assignment.
Yeah, do your assignment. So depends on how long it took you to do your assignment. You have
another 30 minutes.
Exactly. So that's good to know that it's done. You know, Jake, maybe one day we should do a ADG episode from the new
ADG? For the new Mediaplex?
Yeah, from the new Mediaplex, because I don't think the old ADG room is still there.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Maybe
we can't go on campus and check it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should if we're ever invited. I don't know. I haven't been invited.
Yeah, I don't know. But you think that since we are alumni, you think that they would allow us.
I don't know. The beginning of the good times that they have is it's us. Yeah, I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know if I'm ever going to be invited. I haven't ever been invited so far to go back and experience it. So I'm waiting for that email or message.
Exactly. Well, hopefully the right people listen to our podcast and go from there.
Yes, hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't think I burned any bridges, but I'm just saying nobody's sent me any messages. I'd like to see the building.
Yeah.
I'd like to see be inspired.
Yes, maybe we can see some future leaders of the journalism club. Continue to take up the mantle.
Them some history, right?
Yes.
Do you guys know where this all started? No.
No, and that's the thing. They don't know what is happening.
Yeah.
Because all they know is this new Mediaplex. That's all they know.
Right.
They
don't know
what really
and
goes
TV
on.
shows and things like that. I'm like, you guys started as a paper.
Yeah,
I have proof of this.
Exactly. Maybe we should get Dave Harrison because he was there back in the ADG days.
Yes, yeah, he was. Actually, well, only 2 of them left now have been there since the beginning.
Exactly, because I believe Karen she retired.
Right,
yeah,
but
so.
Veronique's still there.
Is obviously still there. So that'd be
maybe you should send a request in like a month from now when we do a recap of this show, or a begging of doing a show from there. Get them on the podcast here.
Yeah,
Later,
we'll
like,
definitely try that.
throw a curveball question at them. Hey, can we do a show from your state of the art facility?
Yeah,
No, be great.
I'm sure they would be down for that.
You can have
Absolutely.
producers. You can produce our show, make it sound better, and
Exactly.
then we can use our explicit rating to drive them away.
We might have to watch our language.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Again, I don't know if we're ever going to be invited to do that, but yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be a sweet deal.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well,
So that's ADG. I don't know. That's our history of the name. We want to kind of represent our why this is where it led to from the very beginning.
Exactly. So no, that's definitely a nice, fun history lesson of the ADG podcast. In case you're ever wondering what is ADG, what does it mean? There you go.
Exactly. Now you know.
Now
if
you
everybody
know.
asks, why the name? Like, well, episode 3. There you go. Gotta tell them.
Exactly. I get people ask me all the time, what does ADG mean? I'm like, so now I can say, listen to the podcast.
That's right.
Episode 3, we explain it all.
That's right.
That's it.
In detail.
All right. Jake, shall we talk sports or do we want to do music?
Let's do music. Let's do our first.
Let's do a music break.
You know what? It's been such an amazing music feedback process where we're getting flooded with awesome music. And that's why we're having 2 music breaks today, because we have so much music to share with everyone. And this first artist really caught me by surprise because he just messaged me out of nowhere and sent me an awesome video, and I wanted to share it with everybody. I really did, because there's talent out there, and we should share it. So let me bring to you a song from a gentleman named Jordan Kelligo. Jordan's from California. He's from Yuba City.
Yuba City.
Yeah, Yuba. Yuba City, California. Yuba. And he is a very talented guy. He plays all of his own instruments, guitar, bass. Everything you're hearing is him playing. He mixes. He's self-taught to record all of his instruments, edits audio and mixes it, and masters all of his own music. So everything I'm gonna hear, what we're about to play for you, it's just him playing, and he mixes it all together. And the song that I have for you guys today is a blend, actually. It's a blend of Careless Whisper and Africa.
Wow, that's quite the combo.
Right? It's really short. It's really sweet, cool song, really sweet sounding, and he's playing all the instruments that you're gonna hear.
Awesome.
So that's talent, and I'm gonna post his link on our page as soon as this podcast is up for everybody to see. Show him some love. The kid has talent. This is what stuff we need to promote. So first song of the day is going to be Careless Whisper, Africa Mashup by, and his stage name is Jordago. So Jordago, which is Jordan from California. Careless Whisper Africa remix blend right here for you guys. So there's that. And there's Jordago.
Wow, that was great.
Man, that's talent.
You know what? I watched the YouTube video. I was very impressed on how easily it flowed from one song into the other. That was pretty impressive.
Right, and you actually see him play the instrument, so that's pretty sweet. I like that. It's not like fake.
Well, well, you know what else is sweet sounding is sports.
This transition?
Yes, from sweet sounding music to sweet sounding sports. Let's talk about it. It's our sports. It's our ADG sports recap. Let's get into it. Let's start with the NHL. The Leafs are on fire. They won last night 6-2 against the Edmonton Oilers. Now they go on to Long Island to take on the Islanders, and it's a return for John Tavares as he returns to Long Island for the first time since signing with the Maple Leafs in the offseason. So a lot of hatred will be in that building for John Tavares tonight, which
I saw that. Fans aren't very happy.
They're very bitter. They're very angry. But a quick sidebar. Listen, Islanders, he was there for 9 years. You didn't win anything. You weren't contenders at all for 9 years. If you're a young guy in your prime and you want to win a cup, or the best chance of winning is to leave, and it just so happens to be your hometown is the one that has the best chance for you to win, I don't blame him for leaving. So if they want to boo, but it's just like anything, just like LeBron going back to Cleveland when he signed with Miami or the Lakers, you're gonna boo, but
I just boo LeBron. I don't care what team he's on.
Okay, well, if you know what I mean, if one of those is happening, you just have to suck it up and just continue on. Life goes on, and in the end, it's his decision, not yours. So that's my little take on it. Nice. So from the NHL, MLB baseball, it's still spring training. It's still meaningless baseball, but it's baseball. The Tigers are taking on the Atlanta Braves today at 1:00. In case you want to tune in, they won last night. I believe they won 10-4. So they got a little pop in their back this year. I know it's spring training and they're not hitting against big name pitchers, but it's still nice to see. NBA, the Pistons are off until March 2nd, where they're on the road to take on the Cleveland Cavaliers. So Pistons are just, I think they're in last place in the playoffs, so they may sneak into the playoffs. Probably get bounced in the first round, but
they're playing good basketball last 10 games. They're actually playing good ball.
Yeah, but they lost last night to San Antonio.
God, they're 8-3 in the last 11 games.
Okay, well, however you want to sum that up. So there you go. So they're 8-3 in the last 11 games.
I can pick and choose numbers. It's our damn show.
There you go. NCAA basketball. Michigan is home tonight against Nebraska, and MSU is on the road against Indiana. And the Spitfires are at home tonight against Peterborough Petes. That's at 7:05 at the WFCU Center. And that is your sports recap and review. Jake.
I'm just going to add to that. That. What a bad call by me on the last podcast. I was like, Michigan by 10, watch. When they played State. Yeah, no. What an awful call on that one. What happened? That was a terrible game.
Oh,
I have no idea.
It was a great game. Me being a Spartan fan, that's excellent to see. That's great to see.
Oh, it wasn't.
Oh, well.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll and don't forget, we'll do our big March Madness breakdown in the next couple of weeks.
Big time to watch March Madness. It's one of my favorite times of the year.
So a couple of things to look out for in our sports updates, and we'll have a March Madness breakdown, and we'll have a draft breakdown the closer we get to that.
Oh yeah,
that's heating up.
Well, the mock drafts are already out, but
there'll be 35,000 of them.
Oh, I know. As soon as the scouting combines are done, then the real mock drafts come out, because owners and teams have seen these players work out, and that really evaluates them more.
Exactly, and then the combine's on right now.
Exactly.
It'll be on through the weekend.
I think they're measuring their hands or feet now. I don't know.
Yeah, getting their weight and all the other cool stuff that doesn't
exactly.
matter, really. As long as they can play, right?
Exactly.
All right. What's next? Let's do this week's top 5.
Top 5.
Top 5. All right. And this week on the top 5, throw a little curveball at everybody. Let's do the top 5 best-selling albums worldwide of all time.
And let's see how many albums I've heard of or even listened to.
And this is brought to you by Rankings.com, just so everybody knows where I get my stats from. There'll be some honorable mentions later on, but we'll start with number 5. Number 5, album sales with 42 million worldwide.
Yeah.
Before I tell you what it was, this is the first album to reach platinum status, and it was the highest selling album of all time in the United States.
Wow.
I have no idea. Greatest hits.
Who was it?
The Eagles.
The Eagles, yes. I've heard that album, and it's kind of amazing that a greatest hits album is, ranked so high.
It is. Well, it's a really good album.
Oh, without a doubt. If you put an album of your best songs,
and it actually
wouldn't expect it. Yeah, you wouldn't expect it to be
42 million worldwide is crazy.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. All right, number 4. Now a little tidbit with this one. Number 4, an appearance on Saturday Night Live helped the album receive a huge following in the USA. Now this album is called "Bad Out of Hell" by Meatloaf.
Oh yes, which I believe it's a musical now.
Is it?
Yeah, they turned it into a musical.
Well, now to kind of give you a perspective, the last 2 albums were 1976 and 1977 respectively, number 5 and number 4.
Wow.
Very long time ago.
You know what? As you're saying this list, I have an album. I wonder if it makes your top 5. If it doesn't, I'll tell you at the end of it.
Yes, awesome. Okay. Now let's see. Number 3. This is probably one of the most historical albums of all time. Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd.
Wow.
43 million.
Wow.
1973. It's a good album. There's a lot of songs on that thing that were
a lot of trippy songs. So if you're smoking something or eating something, you'll definitely get a different vibe, I guess.
Yeah, it's got a lot of messages in it. Let's just say that. All right, number 2, and this album just pumps you up. One of the biggest rock albums ever.
Is it by Europe?
You know what? As much as I wanted to say that, unfortunately, it's not. And for those who don't know, that's my favorite band.
That's Jake's favorite band.
It is. Thank you for bringing that up.
No problem.
With 49 million albums sold, AC/DC Back in Black.
Oh yes.
That album I have. It's great.
It's something to really say, because that was the first album since the original lead singer of AC/DC died.
Bon Scott, right?
Yeah. So they got a brand new singer, Brian Johnson, to do the vocals, and to have that with a brand new lead singer, brand new sound, to be that successful is amazing.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, number 1, and this is not even a surprise, because it's by far the biggest selling album of all time, with $110 million.
110 million
albums. Yeah. Way more in dollars. Michael Jackson, Thriller.
Oh yeah. The Quincy Jones masterpiece. Yes.
That's correct.
Wow.
Insane. So many good songs on that album.
Yeah. It's like you need to hear Thriller around Halloween to get into the Halloween mood.
Right. What's the first thing you think of when that song jumps on? When you see the 15-minute video or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's history. It's musical history.
Like when that music video first came out, it was the hottest thing around. Like, I believe MTV played it like at least 100 times that day.
It's 1982. 1982.
Wow.
That's a lot. Yeah.
I wasn't even born yet. That's sad.
I was, but I wouldn't know what the hell was going on because I was.
There you go. There you go. An honorable mention I thought for sure would be on your list would be Peter Frampton's Frampton Comes Alive album.
No, not even in the top 10.
Wow.
Fortunately, there's some soundtracks that round off the top 10 on that. But we're not talking about it because this is the top 5, and that was your top 5 best-selling albums worldwide of all time.
Awesome.
So, you guys, any opinions on those albums? Send us a message or tweet it out, or check out YouTube. We're gonna have the top 5 by itself posted on there. Give us some feedback, and you know, this is a good lead-in into our second music break, and that's what we're gonna do right now.
Awesome.
Yeah, and this artist is from across the river.
Oh, Detroit.
Yeah. Gladstone, Michigan. I have no idea where Gladstone is. I have to look that up.
Yeah.
But that's
it sounds like it'd be more northern, if I would say.
Yeah, sure. Let's just assume. I don't know. I don't have Google Maps in front of me. I can't check it. But Gladstone, Michigan. I was surprised when he told me where he's from, when he sent me some music. But it's on my playlist, just like the other song that we played today is on my playlist. This is Chuggy. That's what he goes by. Chuggy. Chughey. And this song is on my playlist, man. Just like the other is, this one's on my playlist too. Hip hop artist from Michigan, and he's got a nice following on YouTube already, and media. And the song he sent me is called "Until That Time," featuring Frey. And this is a dope track. Like this is straight down my alleyway because I'm into hip hop. I do hip hop, and this is something local for stateside, not far from us. And this is what we want to promote, stuff like this. And when he sent me the track and I checked out his YouTube, this is a really cool video, which is just a preview of like a logo, but cool pictures, and the song's really good. We're gonna listen to that right now. This is Chuggy, and this is Until That Time featuring Frey, and it's on the ADG podcast right now.
When I'm dead, that's when I'll rest. When I'm dead, a legend will be left. When I'm dead, it's when I won't progress. When I'm dead, no, I gave my best. Until that time, I'm out to make it mine. Until that time, I'm out to go and shine. Until that time, I'm gonna stay on my grind. Until that time, I'm gonna continue to climb. Live my life with the infinite balance sheet. In-house kitchen, chefing like Gordon Ramsay. And Chewy and Frank with hot ones bringing heat. Until the last stab, it's only getting increased. I've been a beast, killing it, leveling up until I prestige. Don't stop there, now it spins, wash and repeat. Won't stop the progression until the tombstone's on top of me. Underneath the legend will rest in peace. I start from the north, I was destined to shine. Getting brighter until I supernova in due time. Still the best me until the better me I find. I haven't stopped the grind since I got prime. Nah, I been trucking, became a monster, now I'm digging grace. Killing instrumental 6 feet deep where they lay. Lyrical ammunition loaded, I lay straight. Laughing joke, but no, I don't play. When I'm dead, that's when I'll rest. When I'm dead, a legend will be left. When I'm dead, it's when I won't progress. When I'm dead, no, I gave my best. Until that time, I'm out to make it mine. Until that time, I'm out to go and shine. Until that time, I'm gonna stay on my grind. Until that time, I'm gonna continue to climb.
Love, niggas talking, but I stay on my grind. Stay running your mouth, but I got something different in mind. I've been living in the dark, I'm going straight for the shine. That's why I'm stumping every beat, my flow aged like wine. Now look, when I die, bury me in a gold casket. Cuban links in a gold bracelet. Rip a page out the Bible, put it right on my chest. I'm not here to do my best, I'm here to be the best. This shit is different, I'm staring at my greatness at a distance. The devil's on my shoulder, but God said be patient. Monkey on my back, liquor in my system. Shorty says she wanna chill, but money I'm chasing. I'm grinding every second till my time comes. That's the only thing that we know, homie, where I'm from. Life's a bitch, so shorty, go ahead and shake some. Life's a bitch, so shorty, go ahead and shake some. Frey.
When I'm dead, that's when I rest. When I'm dead, a legend will be left. When I'm dead, it's when I won't progress. When I'm dead, know I gave my best. Until that time, I'm out to make it mine. Until that time, I'm out to go and shine. Until that time, I'm gonna stay on my grind. Until that time, I'm gonna continue to climb.
And there we go. Again, that is Chuggy Until That Time featuring Frey. And I dig it. I really do. That was a cool.
No, that really had a nice flow to it. I'm not too into the hip hop or R&B, but I dig that song.
That's keeping it gangsta in Michigan, man. That's definitely what. Oh, and it's on my playlist. So
that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah, I like that people are reaching out and sending us stuff. Like our mailbox is full of music.
Awesome.
And keep sending that in, guys. You guys are listening to this. You know somebody that does music. Send it in. We'll promo especially if it's good like this stuff we just played. Just send it in. That's appreciated. We like listening to new stuff like this.
For sure.
You know
Definitely.
what? I think this will be a good time before we do our headlines. A couple of stories that we want to talk about.
Right.
We should get to our little special segment.
Oh, Jake's favorite segment of the week.
Garbage person of the week. And I'm gonna have you help me with this one because
okay,
it's just hilarious. Well, kind of. And this person should just know better. But garbage person of the week is the one, the only Bob Kraft. And if you don't know who that is,
Robert Kraft.
Robert Kraft. If you don't know who that is, well, you've heard of the New England Patriots.
I've heard about them. Yeah.
That Super Bowl winning team with Tom Brady on it.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick as the coach.
Yeah.
Well, this is the dude that owns that team. For those who don't follow sports, billionaire. So he did something interesting. This garbage person of the week, and it's actually extremely true this week. Decided, I got billions of dollars, and I'm down in Florida, and I'm bored. I'm gonna go get a massage at what would you call it?
It's a strip plaza.
Yeah, there you go. Literally in the strip plaza, and it's a suspicious-looking place, but he knows it well, and he's gonna go in it and get a nice little. I don't know if I'd call it a massage when it's over in 15 minutes, and he pays money for it.
A couple $100 for it, yeah.
Right. But let's just say a little indecent, and he got caught, and it wasn't his first time.
I guess not. No, that's from what I hear. He's a frequent visitor. I wonder if he gets one of those cards. The 10th massage is free. Yeah, yeah. You have 9. You get you come in 9 times, and you get the 10th one for free.
Wow, that's a group discount from that place would go.
I wonder if they have Groupon for that. Yeah.
Groupon. But. Yeah, we're laughing about it, but this guy's so garbage. Like, seriously, you're in Florida. You have billions of dollars. You have businesses to operate, and this guy goes to a dirty massage parlor to get off.
Yeah, it kind of boggles my mind because, like you said, if you have that much money, like, wouldn't it make sense just to hire someone to come to the hotel or something like that to do that?
Right. Exactly.
And the big thing is that he
go to a state it's legal.
Well, exactly. That's true. I guess it's somewhat illegal to, especially when the whole human trafficking factor weighs in there, which is reports of that allegedly. We're gonna make sure we have to cover our ass. Keep on saying allegedly.
Allegedly.
But like one of the times that he did visit was the day of the AFC Championship game in Kansas City. Obviously, he didn't go to one in Kansas City, but it was that day. I'm like, you must be very confident in yourself, where you can go get a rub and tug, allegedly, and still, have confidence that your team is going to win that day. So
right.
But
It's
like,
like he was playing, so he didn't really need the
no,
energy.
he was, he wasn't paying. He wasn't playing. But still,
Kept him in his seat.
and you know what, Jake? It's really just another black eye on the NFL.
Well,
You
and
know,
that organization, which is
the organization,
no,
but true, the NFL that lets this guy be an owner, and and like ownership, reflects leadership. So
right,
if your owner is doing this, what's stopping these players from doing something stupid?
right, and exactly. And we're not, busting balls for people that do that. But when it's illegal and you do shit like this in the environment that you're doing it in, that makes you a garbage person. And that's why he's the garbage person of the week this week. Because there's a lot of places this stuff's legal. There's a lot of places you can do things in a better way. As you know, that's an entirely different podcast. It is. But this guy chose to do it this way at a specific period of time.
Yeah.
And that's what sums up garbage person of the week.
Pretty much settles it up, and
yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see what happens. What is if the NFL is going to take any disciplinary actions against him?
Yeah, I'm assuming probably not.
No.
Yeah, but
if anything, maybe a fine.
Yeah, if that, nothing's gonna happen to him.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't really affect the league in any way, so I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, if players get arrested for beating up women or kicking women, and an owner going to a rub and tug is not gonna really
exactly
shock the world,
True, and then we've seen that happen, and that's a huge other topic we can do.
Yeah.
On the next podcast or one after that. Sure. So there you go, garbage person of the week.
Wow.
Robert Kraft. All right. So what? I have something for you, headline related, that I want to talk to you about, Darren.
Okay, lay it on me.
So you and I, starting with this podcast, we're looking for likes, we're looking for reviews, we're looking for feedback and things like that. We want people's opinions. They like it, they like it. They don't like it, they don't like it. Like, this is what we want. We're putting ourselves out there. We're putting our product out there, which is our voices and our ideas and what we're talking about, to get scrutinized out there, because we're providing a product, a service,
right,
for your ears. Unfortunately, I apologize. But I was reading today that fake reviews on the uptick with a lot of top retail websites. There's a study on FakeSpot, which I guess it's a website that analyzes online customer reviews for fake and unreliable reviews.
Right.
And a first point they made, 52% of reviews posted on Walmart.com are inauthentic or unreliable.
There's a shocker.
Half of them, over half.
It really comes down to the point where these people must have a lot of time on their hands to do this.
Right. Well, here's another one. 30% of Amazon reviews are fake or unreliable.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for those who use Amazon a lot, like, how important is a review to you when you're looking for something on Amazon or Walmart?
True. Well, I look through them all the time when I'm on Amazon. I'm an Amazon addict. Love the app. And yeah, if I'm buying something or a piece of equipment that I'm not sure about, I look at the reviews.
Right.
Buying I should probably go look at them in person. But if I'm buying like extra pair of headphones or something for gaming or whatever, I'm just look at the review really quick, see if anybody had an issue with it. But that was staggering. 30% of reviews on Amazon are unreliable. This you might be interested in this one. A third of the reviews on the makeup retailer Sephora, also unreliable. And video game service Steam, also a third, are unreliable. Which I don't use Steam, because I don't do a lot of PC gaming.
Okay. So that's the big thing. When you have something like that is such a big market of headphones for gaming or makeup, obviously if If you see something that you know it's normally expensive and it's for cheap, that kind of has to weigh in your head. Well, is it even worth it? Is it even good, or is it like good? You kind of have to weigh the good with the bad.
If you look at if you buy let's say a headset and it looks expensive, but it's only $20, and the reviews are all 5 stars, question it a little bit.
Exactly. Proceed with
caution.
caution.
No $20 headset that'll do amazing work for $20. That doesn't happen. So what they're assuming is, people get paid to do reviews. That's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
So they spam a whole bunch of sites. Yeah. They're assuming that's one, and the other one is bots. Bots just go in and boom, here's a review.
Yeah.
Done. So you know what? We don't have that. We don't want that. We want real people listening to our stuff, checking us out, and giving us 4 or 5 stars on
iTunes. Yeah, for sure. And we're also on Google Play. So if you have an Android phone, you can still listen to the ADG podcast. Check it out. Just type it in, ADG podcast in your Google Play, and it'll be all right there.
That's right. We just got that Google Play this week approved, so we're all in on that. And you know what? To summarize this show today, we're everywhere. At ADG Podcast, all of the main social media platforms, we're on it. iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play now, YouTube, Facebook group's going to have all the links from everything you've heard today, all of the artists. All the links will be dropped on the Facebook page. If you still haven't added our Twitter's always updated. And it's all connected. Everything's at ADG Podcast. You want to email us with some music, that we're accepting submissions for music or story ideas, anything you want to talk about, adgpodcast@gmail.com. So everything's on there.
That's it. And also, if you want to hear something to have us discuss, or if you have an idea of a top 5 list that you want us to rank, let us know. Give us top 5 cereals that you want us to rank, and we'll be happy to do that for you.
Only if you send samples, because I'm hungry.
Samples are encouraged.
Exactly. But that's what we're hoping you guys get to experience. Check out all of our social media, Twitter, and you know what? We have some interesting things that we're working on for you guys. We're trying to get some more and more listeners. We really appreciate it. We're seeing the views and streams go up a little bit, and we have some major projects we're trying to put together for you guys. There's some big interviews that we're trying to put together. There's a lot of cool topics, as you saw today and last week, that we're trying to get at. Just anything you have want to give us feedback on, just let us know. And then every podcast is going to keep getting better. The more you guys subscribe and support, keeps us going. So give us those likes, those subs. Just let us know that we have an audience. YouTube, Facebook, we need those likes so we can see. YouTube is just starting off. I know there's only clips and previews, but that's the first place for previews. That's the only place you're going to see previews. Instagram, Twitter, all of that. So that's it. That's episode 3.
That's great, man. Look at us. So we have 3 episodes. We're almost legit.
That's right. Now we got to go fix our metadata on iTunes because they're cracking on everybody here.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Every single podcaster, check your metadata.
Check it.
Yeah. All right. So for the ADG podcast, I am Jacob.
I'm Darren.
Until next time, guys.